Hey y'all, I'm Mark Narmore, country singer-songwriter, and you're watching The Right Place with my good buddy Kevin Sport.
Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Sport, and you're in the right place. The Right Place with Kevin Sport is sponsored by Frederick's Outdoor. Own the outdoors. That sauce. No matter what you're cooking, that sauce makes it better. Murray County Visitors Bureau. Experience Murray. Conecuh Sausage. Get your grill on. Mossy Pond Retrievers. Train them up right. Variety Records. Spin vinyl. Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Sport and welcome back to The Right Place. I am still hanging out right here in Lucille's Restaurant, Murray County, downtown Columbia, Tennessee. And by the way, the Lucille burger was really good. Have you ever thought about how many times we say the phrase, to tell you the truth? Now we usually say that right ahead of something that we really don't want to say at all. I mean, most of the time we don't tell the truth because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or maybe we're trying to protect ourselves. But either way, no matter how we spin it or how we try to cover it up, the truth is going to get out. That's what my grandmother used to say. Well, that's just another reason why I love music. Because really the mark of a good song is how well we tell the truth. And we tell the truth in country music all the time. The good, the bad, the ugly, the messy, the messed up, because we're all messed up. And we're all trying to make it better, because we're all in this together. Well, today is part 2 of my conversation with my friend and fellow songwriter, Mark Narmore. And Mark, he tells the truth pretty well. So how did you feel when you got your first cut?
It was unreal, Kevin, and it's probably the best feeling that I've ever had in my music career. I'll tell you a little bit about it, and it keeps going back to that little radio station. I was working in Lexington, a little country AM station. I knew the song that Shenandoah was cutting like the week, I think it was in December of '89 or November, somewhere in there, and I knew they were about to cut, but I was the only employee at the radio station at this time. I went in at 6 o'clock, turned the transmitter on. I was sort of employed to take care of everything, and so I was there like 6 in the evening. Rick Hall calls me up, producer and my publisher. Hey Mark, we're about to cut your song, Moon Over Georgia. Well, I just, went through the roof.
Oh, man.
I'm going, what am I gonna do? I'm stuck here at the radio station. My boss was out of town. So I called my mom and taught her enough radio. She didn't have to talk, but I taught her how to cue, to play the commercials and to get the songs going. And she came in there and held that station down for 3 or 4 hours while I went and heard my song being cut.
Well,
there's nothing like the hearing Marty in the studio and those great players, and I'm just thinking, this can't be real.
That's a dream come true.
It can't be real.
Yeah, that's a dream come true.
And I got to hear it recorded in my own little hometown of Muscle Shoals,
See, that's special too.
Mm-hmm.
I love that story.
Yeah.
I would like to think that those types of memories could continue too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
But as far as your mom's concerned, what do we do without Mama, right?
Oh, amen.
Brought her
Amen.
into the radio station and showed her what to do, so you wouldn't miss that moment.
There's not many
right?
people that would do that, but Mama. That's about the only person.
You're watching The Right Place with Kevin Sport. That sauce is great on everything, and we had people put it to the test.
So good.
Delicious.
It's good.
It's good. Really good.
That sauce, you could be a dad head too. Ask for that sauce at your local retailer.
Meanwhile, down at the farm.
Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the Fredericks Experience.
You know, Mahindra is the #1 selling tractor in the world.
Honey, these Mahindras are fabulous.
Demo a unit, sir?
Barb, you want to go?
Now you go ahead.
And as always, free delivery. Fredericks Outdoor Water.
Here's your Fredericks Outdoor Apparel. It'll get you into all the concerts for free.
Don't forget your puppy.
Fredericks Outdoor. Make your purchase an experience.
And now back to the right place with Kevin Sport.
Well, if you were Mark Narmore and your first hit was Moon over Georgia, you'd probably be thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, Mark kept on writing, and he stayed true to his experience. There's no imitation. When they cut the song, and I know you're a humble guy, and that's great, but did you feel like that it would be a big hit?
You know,
Sitting in that studio.
I did, because something just told me, you know, that
It was going to
it
work.
just sounded right. It sounded, Marty just sang it so good. He sings the phone book good, but this song was almost, it just seemed like it was God-given and sort of tailor-made down their avenue. So I just, and they were hot as a group. So yeah, I did. I thought it had a good shot, to be honest. I think I did.
Did it light a fire under you? I mean, after that, because that's your first cut.
Yeah, it almost tripped me up, because they call it the sophomoric jinx, where you have a big hit, and I was young.
Right.
And it sort of tripped me, because I was writing little cookie cutter Moon over Georgia's for a bit, till somebody at the publishing company kind of shook me and, like, not shook me, but like perturbed the cage, like, Mark, hey, you've got to branch out and keep going and rolling and advancing, you know. So I sort of took that advice, but yeah, and I would tell any songwriter that has a big hit, you just got to keep rolling, put it behind you, like a big win, I guess, in Alabama. I mean, football.
That's right.
I had to say that. We're both Alabama
We're
boys.
both it. That's true.
But, you know, like a game, you have the 24-hour rule.
Yep.
Yes, with a hit song, you should have like the 24-day rule
At least. That's good. I like
to
that.
enjoy and celebrate it. But move on to the next thing, and don't get caught up in what you just did, you know.
This next song is a true story. I could not make it up, but the setup for it I'll keep short and sweet. My cousin Spooner Oldham, he is a famous keyboard player and played with Bob Dylan and Neil Young. Well, about 8 years ago, Spooner was playing in Nashville, recording with Neil, and Neil fell ill with a brain aneurysm. Pretty serious, heady stuff there, pardon the pun. And they flew him off, and Spooner called our little tiny church in Muscle Shoals and said, Miss Peggy, he's real soft-spoken, could I put my friend Neil on the prayer list? You know, the prayer list is in the church bulletin. We list all the people who would like to be prayed for. You can even get on our church bulletin with soreness of a joint. That qualifies you. We'll pray for you. There's people that's twisted ankles in an armadillo hole. That will land you right on the prayer list. But she said, Spooner, Neil who? There's like 14 Neils in our town here. And he goes, oh, yeah, Neil Young. So we came into church the next day, and there's Aunt Mamie on the prayer list. I knew she had twisted her ankle in an armadillo hole, you know. And there was Uncle Joe that had some rheumatism, you know, a little arthritis, and we prayed for him. There's even been people that had passed away that were on the prayer list, and somebody raised their hand and said, oh, well, I think they died about 3 weeks ago. So we kept on praying. This is a true story. Made up some of the names to protect the innocent. Cousin Spooner plays in Neil Young's band. Called and gave us the news firsthand. He said Neil ain't feeling all that well, and they've quit recording for a spell. But if there's room on the church prayer list, put Neil in for the 25th. And all the folks were sure surprised. Sunday bulletin, right-hand side. Neil Young on the prayer list by Lonnie Baker's broke wrist, and Clarence who got snake bit without his cowboy boots. A worldwide famous rock star right under Sister Cathcart. Husband took a crowbar after Brother Lou. Neil Young's on the prayer list. Whole town talked on that a month or two. And they sang, "Oh man, I'm a lot like you." Now someone said, "Is that Cora Young's boy?" She had one moved to Detroit. Leona said, "No, he sings and plays, helped a lot of farmers with farming." Then old Joe yelled, "Sweet Home Alabama." Remember how Neil put her down? Then the preacher said, my, hey, hey, let's quit this fuss and let us pray. We got Neil Young on the prayer list by Nelda and her so hip. Katie with her 5 kids, they've all got the flu. Worldwide famous rock star by Jim who played some NASCAR. Took out Jesse's old barn, how the feathers flew. Neil Young's on the prayer list. Whole town talked on that a year or two. And they sang, "Oh man, I'm a lot like you." Well, I took that Sunday bulletin and I framed it. It reads, "Dinner after church, hope y'all can stay. Wednesday prayer at 6, please try and make it." Well, I'm gonna tell my grandkids all about it one day. I need Young on the prayer list by Lonnie Baker's broke wrist, and Clarence who got snake bit without his cowboy boots. One time a true rock legend got a little help from heaven by the prayers of 67 good folks in the pew. Neil Young's on the prayer list. Somebody bring it up every blue moon. Yeah, yeah. And they sing, "Oh man, I'm a lot like you." Let me do a little rap. Y'all clap with me. Clap it. Yeah. Well, sometimes I dig out needle and the damage done. Every junk is like a setting sun. Alabama Southern man rocking in the free world again. My, hey, hey, rock and roll is here to stay. We got Neil Young on the prayer list. Y'all sing, "Neil Young on the prayer list." Neil Young on the prayer list. Woo! Neil Young on the prayer list. Neil Young on the prayer list. Young on the prayer list. We got Neil Young on the prayer list. Got Neil Young on the prayer list. 'Cause even Neil Young needs some praying for too. He's a lot like me and you.
You're watching The Right Place with Kevin Sport.
Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Sport, letting you know that you can be a good sport too. Just go to our website at therightplacewithkevinsport.com and check out our merch. We've got t-shirts, we've got hats, we've got mugs, and especially the music. Remember, you can check out all this and more at therightplacewithkevinsport.com. Hey everybody, this is The Right Place with Kevin Sport at The Right Place right here in Columbia, Tennessee at Variety Records. Go check out Variety Records at varietyrecords.com. And next time you're here in Columbia, Tennessee, you gotta come to this store. Check out your favorite album, past, present, and in the now, because I'm telling you, vinyl is back.
And now back to The Right Place with Kevin Sport.
Welcome back to The Right Place. I've been talking with one of the most genuine songwriters I've ever met, Mark Narmore. Did you ever think to yourself or a point in your life about doing something else? Did you ever have moments of doubt as a songwriter?
You know, occasionally, but it never lasted long enough to take root, you know.
Okay.
It would be in the depressing times where something didn't happen and you think, well, maybe I should have worked at the paper mill, you know.
Right.
And I would have this and that, maybe some good insurance or this or that. But really it always came back to, I think I was meant to do music, you know.
Yeah. Well, clearly we think that. I mean, the tagline of our show is when you're following your dream, your God-given dream, you are always in the right place.
Amen.
You know, we love talking about the victories that we have.
Right.
But sometimes we learn more from the things that don't work out.
Right.
And is there something that happened in your journey that you'd like to share to encourage somebody?
Kevin, there really is. About 1999, I was writing at Reba McEntire's publishing company.
Oh.
Great place, and I was country boy. She'd built this Taj Mahal-like structure there on the row, so I was like country boy in the big, over my head probably. But anyway, the publishing company was sort of coming to a close. They decided to sell to Warner Chappell, so I was without a job and a record deal with 2 little babies and wife. Ooh. And I was scared to death. I mean, I was very scared. And it was at a time when the people weren't signing songwriters as much. Mm-hmm. So I came out of that deal after that last paycheck, and we just didn't have much in our bank account. So I went back calling people in radio to find something part-time.
Right.
At that time, Kevin, I think I came to a point where I gave music, I really do think I offered it up to God on the altar. Like before that, I couldn't offer it up and say, God, if you don't want me to do this, I won't do it. I was too prideful or something, but I did that at this point. I was at a low point and I said, God, if your will is for me not to do this, I will be fine with it. But I kept walking on and on and on, and he guided me back. I got a little radio job to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Then I kept coming to Nashville and meeting with people, and Liz Rose, who's had huge success with Taylor Swift, and Jody Williams were 2 crucial people that kind of, again, an advocate.
Yeah.
Gave me a little boost and help, and you know, I had some cuts after that. You know, I thought that it could have been the end there at the Starstruck thing, but God gave me a little gift and said, you know, okay, it's almost like you offered that to me. Well, here, you can have it back and have a hit, Craig Morgan hit too, you know. Wow. That's what I love about Sunday. Came
after that experience.
Right after that, 2 or 3 years, so.
This is my first #1 song. About 10 years ago, Craig Morgan recorded this, and really blessed to have had this song. Raymond's in his Sunday best, He's usually up to his chest in oil and grease. There's a Martin's walking in with that mean little freckle-faced kid that broke a window last week. Sweet Miss Betty liked to sing off key in the pew behind me. It's what I love about Sunday. Sing along as the choir sways every verse of Amazing Grace. And then we shake the preacher's hand, go home into your blue jeans, have some chicken and some baked beans, pick a backyard football team, not do much of anything. That's what I love about Sunday. Stroll to the end of the drive, pick up the Murray County Times, grab a coffee cup. Oh, it looks like Sally and Ron finally tied the knot. Well, it's about time. They got 35 cents off a ground round. Mama cut the coupon out. It's what I love about Sunday. Cat a napping on the porch swing. You curled up next to me. The smell of jasmine wakes us up to take a walk down a back road. Tackle box and a cane pole. Carve our names in that white oak. Steal a kiss as the sun fades. That's what I love about Sunday. Yeah, yeah.
You're watching The Right Place with Kevin Sport.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sport, and on October 31st at Frederick's Outdoor in Decatur, Alabama, we will be sharing the stage with legendary group Shenandoah, their Reloaded tour with lead singer Marty Rabin. That's October 31st, Frederick's Outdoor, Decatur, Alabama. And you can find out more information by visiting fredericksoutdoor.com.
Hey, I'm Kevin Sport, and if you want to be in the right place, visit our website, therightplacewithkevinsport.com, also at facebook.com/therightplacewithkevinsport. You can find us on Twitter at The Right Place TV, and also on Instagram with yours truly, just Kevin Sport. And remember, when you're following your dream, your God-given dream, well, you're always in the right place. And now, back to The Right Place with Kevin Sport.
Here's my Southern singer-songwriter friend, Hound Brown, with his take on the truth.
I was thinking, pondering like a thinking man does. What is this trouble, weary trouble that bothers us? A stone country song is indeed the tale at its best. The yin and the yang of it, the heads and the tails. Willie Nelson said it all is three chords in the truth. Uncle Sam struggles to share it, at least with me and you. It'll raise the sheets on a lie, expose cold regret, makes miracles from mistakes that haunt our heads. Sets us free if we let it, binds our heart into chains, can make us, break us, create peace, love, or shame. Truth is, it depends on who's telling and who's telling who. Truth be told, got to handle it, and that's the trouble with the truth. It's always the same old thing.
Plowology with Hound Brown is brought to you by Frederick's Outdoor.
So you want the truth? Well, can you handle the truth? You know you can only party in a cornfield so long. The rest of the time you're going to be dealing with some highs and lows, some heartbreaks, some loves, some pride, some shame. You know, all that stuff we call life. all those things that we bundle up into a song. Because those songs, well, they help us handle the truth. And remember, when you're following your dream, your God-given dream, you're always in the right place.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound to nowhere, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till the boredom overtook us. And he began to speak. He said, "Son, I made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of places, and for a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I ended